Good morning and welcome to my daily report market videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec on Wednesday 22nd of May. We've got major moves coming through sterling really. Other markets are fairly muted, but what we have got is sterling, which has fallen back. A bit of a wild ride actually in the past 24 hours because we've seen the Brexit process tried to be moved on again by Theresa May. Just trying to get her deal through Parliament again for supposedly a fourth and final time. She's offered the prospect of a second referendum. She's offered the prospect of a customs union in this Parliament, and she's been roundly panned for this offer that she's got on the table now, and being criticised left, right, and centre. And it sort of raises the prospect of her sooner rather than later her exit coming forward. So it really does look as though that sterling is not reacting especially well to this. It's trading 35 pips down. It's certainly the underperformer amongst the major currencies today. There's not a great deal of movement aside from that that you can see anywhere on these major pairs, but there is a slight outperformance of the yen with a very mild risk aversion, but nothing too significant. And the dollar mainly is sort of benefiting with the moves in recent days. Dollar index is higher, back up to 98 again. You have seen a slight dipping back of the of Treasury yields, and that again reflects a very mild bout of risk aversion, but not too much, because what we did see yesterday was S&P 500 back higher again by 0.8%, and you got this. You can see here on the S&P 500 index, which is traded back higher, but you do have futures which are pairing some of those gains today. So very slight sort of drop back on European markets. Nothing really doing on Asian markets overnight, but very mild risk aversion, but nothing too significant at the moment. In terms of data points that we've got today, we've got the UK inflation numbers at 9:30 UK time, and that's expected to show core inflation rising to 1.9% and headline inflation rising to 2.2%. Then into the afternoon, we're looking at the EIA oil inventories. Now these could be interesting because we had the API inventory build yesterday, which hit the oil price to the downside, expecting an inventory drawdown of 0.6 million barrels on the crude stocks. So that could be a number that we take focus on at 3:30 this afternoon, UK time. And then into the later afternoon, we've got the Fed meeting minutes at 1900 BST, which basically the market will be looking out for its assessment of inflation really, and how it sees inflation moving, and how unanimous the committee was in assessing inflation being transitory, really being the focus there. We've also got Fed's John Williams speaking later on. He's a slightly hawkish leaning voter. So my chart today is the Euro Aussie. Now what we have seen in recent weeks is the Euro Aussie building this uptrend. You can see the uptrend that is building, and it looks like it's building towards a retest of these September-October highs, and you can see that with the momentum indicators, which are positively set up, although mildly having lost a little bit of traction. But I think above 60 on the RSI, you're still looking fairly well set up for this continuation of this uptrend channel. I think corrections are a chance to buy on that, and you can see that the breakout above 60-70 pivot became supportive, and that's supportive at the bottom of the trend channel. That trend channel comes in at 61.10 around there today. So there is movement, there is room for a little bit of an unwind, but I think any unwinding move is still a chance to buy, because I think the market's going to retest last week's high, 62.60, before pulling on towards 63.60 area in due course. You can see here on the hourly chart, you're positively configured, or as I said, slight loss of momentum in the last day or so, but I think any sort of unwind back towards this pivot around 61.70 is a buying opportunity. You've got the reaction low of a higher reaction low at 61.20. And again, that comes in around the bottom of that channel at 61.10 at the moment. So any weakness looks likely it's going to be seen as a chance to buy in due course. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today on Euro Aussie, and I'll speak to you later.